Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. And yes, I was on a bit of a vacation. Didn't get back in time. However, this week we do have Varlamore and Summer Sweep Up combat tweaks. So some known issues is re-equipping Lightbearer at the Delve boss allows for the regain of special attack. Hotfix, the large grub spawned at the Delve boss does not have expected one-tick attack delay after it has been killed. Hotfixed. The Holy Water boss effect isn't guaranteed when killing the boss during the melee punish phase. Investigating. When transitioning from melee punish to the blue shield phase, some subsequent orb projectiles or attacks are being nullified, which is also being investigated. The changelog for August 6th as follows. Doom of Makadal changes. The melee punish phase now ignores attack delay if the player is using melee. Added a sparkly glow to the burrow hole when a unique item is present. Replace triple grub spawns with a single giant grub that has double health, explodes in a large area, and causes triple the punishment if it reaches the boss. Rockfalls no longer place a permanent rock in your position if you're hit by it while under the protection of the shield orb. The center tile of the orb now clears acid as it moves. The current delve level now appears in the Doom's health bar. Unclaimed loot can now be retrieved from a chest in the lobby if you press out after pressing claim and leave. The loot interface now can also be accessed from further away. Made the charge attack particles smaller to reduce the chance of misclicks. Improved the Doom clickbox to prevent some players accidentally clicking through the boss. The Holy Water item now correctly one-shots range larva spawns during the fight. The Holy Water effect triggered upon killing the boss can now be activated by the bonus damage dealt from the melee punish, not just the primary damage splat. Special attack energy no longer regenerates between the delve levels during loot collection or downtime between fights. Killing the Doom of Makadal during the melee punish phase will now heal up to 24 prayer points, 32 HP, and 25% special attack energy regardless of where you're standing. This will also clear acid in a 3x3 area centered around the water projectiles landing on the ground after the boss has died. The above effects will now also occur if the boss is killed with the bonus damage from the melee punish. Reduce the chance of back-to-back rock through attacks. Grubs now try to spawn further away from the boss, but still require same side as the player. Melee grubs no longer spawn outside of the shield phase. Added an extra tick, 0.6 seconds, before the charge beam fires to give players more breathing room to deal damage with multiple attacks. Improve the visibility of the Doom of Makadal's melee projectile by using a deep red color, matching the one used for Leviathan. The Eye of Aak now instantly kills magic grubs and ignores the attack delay. Cannons can no longer be placed in any delve level. Added elite clue scrolls to the loot table with a drop rate of 1 in 75 for the delve levels 1 through 2, and 1 in 150 for later delves. Varlamore changes. Val totems now correctly count towards the total minigame items in the collection log overview instead of the other total. The Proudspire agility shortcuts now show up correctly in the agility level messages. Using the Eye of Ax special attack no longer causes the click box to change. The Custodian Stalkers now correctly appear as in the Slayer level messages instead of the jellies. The orange hat is now storable in the POH, highlighting the gemstone crab's shell with no longer highlight random spiky shapes outside of the shell. Adjusted the reclaim cost of the PvP drop in the Arcane Blade from 75,000 to 250,000 GB to more accurately account for its power. Summer Sweep Up combat changes. There is now a warning message when depositing inventory or worn equipment in the deposit pot in TOA. The Warden Skull Bombs can no longer land underneath the obelisk. Further refined Zebek's waves to stop the player from getting pushed closer to Zebek while attacking. Duke Mushrooms and Assaults now stack properly if your inventory is full and you have one held. The Accurseptor A can now correctly use its special attack without setting an autocast. Combat stat adjustments. The Dragon Stab defense lowered from 0 to 5. Tizahar now correctly 40% weaker to water spells. The Giant Mole is now 50% weaker to earth instead of water. Fix the graphical issue where the Krondus crocodiles would sporadically turn towards the player when passing to the tree. Reduce the number of tornadoes spawned by the blue moon, as our last change didn't have a significant impact. Let them know how this feels, just in case there's any further changes needed. Halberds can now do damage to Vespula when flying. Decrease Iron Man's minimum damage threshold from 10% to 7% for group wilderness bosses. There is now a quick leave option when fighting Berfida and Ubar. Other changes, the login tip about the compost potions now uses the correct name for the potion. Players can now attack again immediately after hitting Zebek's jugs with magic as with ranged. Correct the grammar in the Monkey Madness 1. The West Arduin teleport spell is now correctly filtered if you lack the requirements. The Xana's quiver now preserves its special towards being blessed with Purdue, applies in a Trover parchment to it. Fix the bug where the small fishing nets in the Sunset Coast and the Shipwreck Cove could not be picked up by Ironman. You can now fill your herb sack with grimy herbs in the first slot of your inventory. Clearing the placeholders in the seed vault no longer changes which seed you have favorited. The first option of the placeholders in the seed vault now correctly labeled as remove placeholder. The Geomancy spell interface no longer incorrectly displays the Taibo Wani Calquat patch or the Genora Manor Belladonna patch. The investigate option on the smashed window in Sinclair's mansion during the King's Ransom now correctly reflects whether it's broken or repaired. Torag the Corrupted now strikes twice with his hammers, matching their dual hit behavior when wielded by players. The Bone Dagger special attack now correctly guarantees a hit on Kefri when used in the first hit. Bandit Brunt's Clue scroll has been updated to reflect the increased population of his town. Reduced visual snapping caused by the animations, which have not yet loaded into game. Desktop plans only. Set the max FPS on the screen or title screen to 60. Cap the in-game frame rate to your display refresh rate. Improve the stability and quality of the legacy software renderer. But also we go to the PvP rota, which would be to period A, so 539 US PvP, 318 UK Bounty Hunter, 548 Germany high risk PvP, 577 US free to play PvP, 559 UK LMS competitive, Worlds 390 AUS LMS competitive, and 569 AUS Bounty Hunter have been activated for this rota. And the PvP arena is using 1 defense pure loadouts in ranked duels and tournaments this week. And that is it for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.